haul today. I have a package that I'm really looking forward to opening from my Korea proxy with some merch from a few Manhwa series that I like. I'm really excited to get into it, but I'm going to go through all of the stuff that I've gotten over the past couple weeks before I get into it. So I'm going to pull this off screen and go through all of this stuff first. So I do have just a couple volumes of manga and manhwa, and then quite a few merch items. So I'll just go through them one by one. So first I have a couple Nendoroid items. So normally I do my Nendoroid unboxings in their own videos because I like to have them as a record for how everything was packaged when I received it, so that whenever I'm moving or needing to pack things back up, I know exactly where they went. But I actually already have a Ryang Nendoroid, and this is a second one that I just recently picked up, as well as this little Nendoroid More accessory, the face parts case. So Ryang is my favorite anime manga character, and I love his Nendoroid. He is so cute. And I had been online and I almost ordered a secondhand listing that had some of his Nendoroid parts. I believe the listing was for his hair and a couple face plates. And I wanted to get them just so that I could have an additional Ryang on display. I've been displaying my current Nendoroid on a different body from the Nendoroid More line. So I thought if I got another hairpiece for him, I could put him on display on his body again. But when I was looking at the prices with the fees and stuff as well, I realized it was more affordable to just buy a second Nendoroid. So that's what I did. It was unopened, so a second brand new Ryang Nendoroid. So I'm really excited to have two of the hair pieces now, so I'll be able to have two full heads that I can just have on display simultaneously. And then in addition, I wanted to get a second Nendoroid item that would allow me to have a third display, which is this face parts case, which as soon as I got it, I just immediately opened it and put one of his face plates in it, and it's so cute. I love this little foxtail, but this is the Kitsune face parts case, and I thought it was perfect for Ryang because often in official art he is depicted as a fox, as well as his facial expression just matching. It's so cute. I'm so happy to have this now. I have found that the face is a little loose though. Like, I don't want to shake it and like make his face wiggle around, but there is a piece inside. This is my first time getting a face parts case, but there's a piece inside that you can put the face plate, and then there's a second little space for a spare face plate. So I'm probably going to rotate through some different expressions in this case because they're just all so cute. I need to do more research about these face parts cases because I know there are a bunch of different ones, and I just want to see what other options there are so that I can maybe get another one. If not for Ryang, for another character's faceplates that I like as well. But he's so cute. Ever since I put his faceplate in here, it's been like 2 weeks now, I think. I've just had him sitting next to me every day, and he's so cute and cheers me up every time I look over at him. But I did open this one just to make sure that nothing was missing and that everything was okay, but I'm gonna get him set up soon as well. I have one more Nendoroid item before getting into the books, and it's another set of extras, but it's one that I pre-ordered some time ago, but it's a weapon parts set, and I haven't opened it yet because I was worried about losing the pieces until I decided where I was going to put them. But these are the 5 different weapons and hand pieces that go with them. And I really wanted to get these because of predominantly my Toji and Ryang Nendoroids being characters that use weapons. So as soon as this was announced, I just immediately pre-ordered. But I have yet to pull them out and see how they fit. I'm gonna get my Toji and Ryang Nendoroids out and see which ones I think kind of suit them. It is pretty cool, these two, maybe, yeah, it looks like there are 3 hand parts that have the wrist able to rotate, and then 2 of the pieces that will just be stiff in the arm. But I'm gonna spend some time and just play around with these. I already know this bat is gonna go to Ryang because of, if you've read Love of Kill or watched the anime, there is some history with Ryang using a bat. So yeah, looking forward to going through these. I think also I just didn't want to mix up which hand parts went with which weapon piece, so gonna wait until I'm ready to actually sit down and have my Nendoroids out and make some decisions. And then for books, this time around I just have 2 volumes and they're both BL. First is Candy Color Paradox Volume 2. I think it was in my last haul I got the other 5 volumes that have been released so far for Candy Color Paradox. I actually bought them in person and the store I went to didn't have volume 2, so I just went ahead and ordered this volume so that I could have the full series so far, 1 to 6. This is a workplace romance series that follows 2 journalists, a writer and a photographer, that work for a magazine that publishes weekly different scandals happening. So they just go around looking for scandals to report on. But I do quite enjoy this series. I just did a read through of it with a friend last month, the end of May, kind of beginning of June. But I really enjoyed the comedy in it. I really like both of the characters, and I'm really excited for the series to continue. I mentioned in my last video that the mangaka had 2 series serializing at the same time, but the other series that she was working on just came to an end, so I assume now she's going to put a bit more focus on this series, and I'll be really looking forward to reading more of it. And then The Dangerous Convenience Store, Volume 3. This is the only pre-order that I've gotten over the past couple weeks. I was expecting a few others that got delayed, so I'm kind of disappointed. One of them actually got canceled, so I'm gonna have to remember to put in that other order now. But The Dangerous Convenience Store, Volume 3. This is a 6-volume series that I like quite a bit. It follows this gangster back here and this university student, and this is a side character that got the cover for Volume 3. I have read this whole series digitally, but I've been rereading it as the volumes have been releasing in English. But I really like manga and manhwa series that have gangster settings and gangster characters. This one is not super dark with the gangster themes, but has a bit of comedy in it. But it's one that I like a lot, so I'm looking forward to reading this Volume 3 soon. So next is a pin that I got recently. I usually have a couple pins because I've been going a little overboard with ordering pins, but this time I just have one to share. This little baby Sanji pin, he is so precious. I'll have the pin maker's details in the timestamps, but I actually ordered 2 of these pins in different variants. There was a gold variant and a black nickel variant. Because I didn't know what the effects would look like, I couldn't visualize it, but after getting them both, I decided on this one to keep and have already passed along the gold variant to someone else who wanted it. But I love that there's so much detail, the glitter to make it look like his jacket is wet. I love this section of the story in Whole Cake Island. When we see about Sanji's childhood, he is just so pitiful and so precious, and I really love this pin. It's kind of big though. It's bigger than I thought it would be. I always see what the sizes are in the listing, like it will say how many inches tall it's going to be. But then I just actually see the image and imagine how big I think it will be, but I just recently redid my pin board, and this baby Sanji looked kind of weird with all my other pins just because it was a lot bigger than the other pins on my board. So I've been displaying this kind of separately from my pin board, just with my volumes, so I'm glad that the base is even so that he can just kind of stand on my shelf and lean against my books. But really happy to have this one. Next, a few more fan One Piece items. So a few ZoLu prints from a Patreon that I'm part of. So the May ZoLu Mail and the June ZoLu Mail. These are both by aokkun. I really love their art style. And every month I get one of these prints. I love on the back for 2024, they're doing little comics on the back, and they're so cute and funny. For 2024, or for 2023, they had a song paired with each drawing, and so then on the back had the song lyrics. But with this year's, they're doing little comics, and they are so precious. As well as with each print, a sticker, and for Children's Day, they gave an extra sticker with a different design. And I love this one, Zoro with baby Luffy, and then Luffy with baby Zoro. I just can't get enough of this comic, it's so cute. And then the sticker set for the June ZoLu Mail. So it's just been really exciting every month getting these because I just really, really love this artist's art style and their passion for this One Piece ship ZoLu. Another artist and friend on Instagram did a little project in June, and I'm glad I was able to be a part of it, and from Germany was able to get this print and sticker. She was gonna send it as a postcard, and I was just like, please put it in an envelope, because I was worried it was gonna come like filthy with footprints on it and just bent in half, but it arrived safely and I'm happy to have it. I'm a big fan of this ship, Zoro and Sanji, and she's an artist that I do already have a few of her other illustrations on my shelves, so glad to have this one and support her project that she did last month. So next I have a few things that were sent as gifts from friends on Instagram. First is this photo card from the series Smyrna Capri. I'm so happy to have this now, and I'm so grateful to my friend on Instagram who gifted this to me. I had been searching for this photo card because I really love this illustration. I love this character, but I was having trouble finding a listing for it. Every listing I saw had already just immediately sold. And I was even looking on US Mercari, but also a Korean secondhand marketplace as well. But I was chatting with her about the series and about some of the goods that she had gotten because she posted a reel on Instagram, and I was just gushing with her, and she told me that she was going to be getting an extra one of this card, so really grateful that she wanted to send it to me. I'm so happy. I'm going to have this on display on my shelves. You can probably see I have a little Smyrna and Capri corner with Seth. So he's gonna go join them over there. And then from another friend on Instagram, I got a little care package. Thank you so much. And it had another art from Smyrna Capri. This is a fan art by an artist on Twitter, but it's just so precious. And I hadn't even seen this before. This wasn't an artist that I was following already. And then in addition to the Smyrna and Capri fan art, Also these two little precious baby Haikyu prints. Ah! Little Omi is so precious. So Omi is my favorite character from Haikyu, and look at him. These ones are really cute, of him with his cousin. Precious. And then just some miscellaneous Haikyu babies. So really happy to have these. I really love Omi fan art too, and I wish I had more space to display them, but I have an additional binder of art that doesn't fit on my shelf for display, so I'm gonna see where I can fit these ones in. So this is what I've been getting lately over the last couple weeks, and now over to my Manhwa merch package. I'm gonna go ahead and get that open and double check that nothing is missing, and then I'll go through everything. Okay, so I have goods here for 4 different series. So I have an item for Smyrna Capri, The Third Ending, Legs That Won't Walk, and I guess this one could be 2, On or Off and Work-Love Balance. So I guess I'll start off with these Legs That Won't Walk items. So they are tickets, and they're from designs that I already have the art of as prints, but I wanted to get these as well. So Taesung, and they're holographic. And his as well, holographic. So I do have both of these characters prints from this release, but when they announced these tickets, I just wanted to have them as well because they're holographic and just a different aspect of them. So now I'll just add these to my Legs That Won't Walk collection. And then next from Smyrna Capri, so this was from an event that I actually ordered other merch from, and I mentioned it in my last video. I had done a live unboxing on Instagram and saved it in my reels, and that's where I shared my haul of the items from that event. But then this was the last item that was an online order rather than picked up in person, so it took longer to get to my proxy, and so I had it shipped with the rest of these goods. But it was for this acrylic block. I don't know what it's called when it has this effect. I know with pens it's called quicksand, but this was the main illustration of the event, so I wanted to have the art from it, and along with this acrylic block was a print of the same illustration, and I think it's holographic, yeah. So happy to have this one. And I'm glad that this acrylic block is not heavy and it's not that big, so I'll be able to just put it on display on my shelves and it should just stand there just fine. I think there might be a little film on it, but I don't want to start like scraping it, so I think I'm going to ask somebody else who I know also recently got theirs. Oh, it's so cool though. But yeah, so now I have all the goods that I had ordered from the Smyrna Capri Mofun collab. Next is the third ending. So this one, I was really late to the event. The event had already happened, but afterward, I saw the goods on Mofun, and they were still in stock, so I asked my proxy if I could order them, and she was able to get them ordered. And I'm really happy, so I ordered this acrylic stand, and it wasn't because I wanted the acrylic stand. I'm not a big collector of acrylic stands. I like mini acrylics more because they're smaller. But the main reason I wanted this acrylic stand was because of the prints that it came with. So it came with all of these. And I just really wanted something in my collection from the third ending. And my favorite type of merch to collect is prints. So I'm really happy to have these now. So the third ending is a Manhwa series that follows two adults that went to high school together. This character had a crush on this character in high school and confessed to him, and he was really mean to him with his rejection of his confession. And since that happened, he, into adulthood, has nightmares about having treated him so cruelly. But then the story takes place 10 years after high school when they re-encounter. He is now a salaryman and he is working at a bakery. And the re-encounter where he tries to right his wrongs and have a friendly relationship with him to maybe stop the bad dreams that he's been having and the bad luck he gets whenever he has those dreams. So I got those prints and the standee of them. The series is complete. And then in addition to those, I got a few extra prints because there were benefits if you ordered a certain amount. Once you hit a certain price point, you would get a free print. So these were some randomized prints that I got included with the order. So these two I think were the ones with it, but these were in the package as well, and I'm not sure. These are from a different series. They look familiar, but I don't remember. But these are not the same characters. So these are the freebie prints that I got, randomized. And then I'll insert on the screen what series these guys are from. And then lastly, I am so excited to have all of these goods now. So there was a collab event with A1. So the merch goods were not only for Honor Off or Work-Live Balance, but both of those series, as well as the creator's earlier series. My mind just blanked on what the title is. I do own it in Japanese. It's a 3-volume workplace romance series. I'll put the title up here in the corner. But from this collab, there were a bunch of different print bundles and some acrylic standees. But I was really happy to put my order in to secure a few of these things. So I ended up getting 3 print bundles. So this one, which I think was focused on Director Kong, and then one focused on Young, and then this acrylic block and photocard set, because this illustration, this panel in the manhwa is hilarious, and I wanted to have this to display on my shelves. So I got these 3 sets, and then the spend benefits, the prints that are randomized with the different spend points. So, as well as this little poster. So I guess I'll show the randomized goods first. So again, just like the other one, as you hit different price points, you would get randomized prints. And then if you hit a higher price point, then you would get these larger A4 prints. So I got this one. I'm not gonna take it out, but I got this one, and I'm happy because this is the one I wanted. I think there was this one of them. Then there was one from the creator's earlier series. And then I think there was just one more of Young, but I wanted this one because I really like Daehyung. And then for the randomized ones, actually now thinking back on it, I didn't actually get this one randomized. Okay. So these were the random ones that I got from my spend benefits. So this is from the creator's earlier series, these 2 guys. So I didn't purchase anything with them, but I'm kind of glad I got these randomized prints of them. So I'll put these with my volumes. Oh! But the ones that I wanted the most were these 2 of Daehyung in the kind of historical AU scenes, and just, I'm not sure, I don't think these are in the manhwa at all for Honor Off or Work-Live Balance. I think these were just extra art that the creator had uploaded on Twitter, so I wanted both of them just because I really like Daehyung, but then also he looks stunning. But so these were the randomized ones I got, and then I really wanted this one, and my proxy was able to find a secondhand listing of someone who maybe got a duplicate and was selling it, so yay, I got the ones I wanted. Okay, so I'll go ahead and open these ones next. This is so cute. I'm so happy I got this. It's so funny at the beginning of Work-Live Balance, when Daehyung is just so uncomfortable on his bed because it's tiny and he is a big man. So gonna put that on display on my shelves. Ooh. Trying to get this off without bending the photo cards. Again, I don't really collect. It's not that I don't collect them, I'm not a completionist, so I just have some that I want to get my hands on. These ones came with that little mini acrylic block. But I need to get a collect book that I can store all of these safely, because I'm getting to the point where I have too many. And I don't have space to display them, so I need a safe place to store them. Okay, I think I'll open both of these and then go through them. Okay, so the main reason why I wanted both of these sets is because of these matching, because of these matching little acrylics of them in a beach scene. I wasn't sure from the photos on the website if these were going to be photo cards, but my friend and I were on the website just analyzing every listing and trying to figure out what came with what. So I'm really happy that these are, in fact, larger than the photo cards, but also the acrylic and matching. So I'm so excited to have these now. He's so handsome. So really happy about these. And then additionally, each one came with paper goods. So this lenticular print. Yeah, I just checked. It's just this one lenticular print. And print set. Get this message. I'll have to translate it. But I think this was called the My Honey set. Him playing guitar. I really like this series, and I really like Daehyung. Oh my gosh! So I actually have a fan-made pin of this panel on my shelves. So now I have official art, which is fantastic. Ooh. So yeah, really, really happy with this set. I don't think I saw all of these prints beforehand. I think it was just like kind of fanned to show, and prints come with it. So really happy to have these new Daehyung prints. And then with this set, in addition to that acrylic, so this is like a clear file, but like it literally is just like a clear file. Oh, it has the branding from the company. And then this is just one thing here. So SJ Corp. So it's like his documents. So, okay. And then also with that pack, And this, I have to translate it. And this is cute. I'm not sure if this is their selfie that they take, their first picture together. And then a couple photo cards. All of Ryang. He's hilarious. I really like him. Okay, so all my goods. So now that I've opened everything up, I think what I'm most like, I mean, no surprise, I've been squealing a little bit as I've been opening everything, but the highlights are probably just all of the Daehyung prints and acrylics, and just happy now that I have this series represented in my collection. All right, so this isn't everything. I couldn't fit it all in frame, but so many cute little goods that I got in my haul. But I'm just really happy that my haul from my Korea proxy arrived safely, nothing was damaged. And just so many exciting things that I can't wait to go through a little more and decide what I'm going to put on display and what I'm going to store. But just a super BL heavy haul today. Hope you enjoyed watching as I went through and unpacked all my goods and shared some of the things that I've gotten lately. I know I have a few pre-orders that are on the way, and I'm not sure what else I have coming, but I'll just plan to share all of those next goods in my next haul video, and I'll see you again soon in another video. Thanks for watching.